Can't even wipe it off.
I've been scratching on it and everything, and it won't come off.
March is Women's History Month, and last year the U.S. Congress designated March as a month to celebrate the role of women in shaping their country. Here is a sample. I gave you a trivia question a while ago of some of the landmark roles in USA history, like Victoria Woodhull. She was born in 1838. She became the first woman to run for president of the United States. Remember that, because it may just be a trivia question. Mm-hmm. And Patsy, I hope I got this right. Takamoto Mink was the first Asian American woman who was elected to the U.S. Congress representing Hawaii. She served from 1965 to 77. There are many, many more here.
She campaigned like a mink.
Yes, she sure did. And we're asking one about Mary Catherine Goddard. What was her landmark role, her landmark contribution as a woman in America in shaping this country?
She apparently did a lot of things, but this was the most important thing she did in again, doing something that stands even today. We'll put it that way.
Exactly. This is the show that displays the squeal of good housekeeping at 13 past 7 o'clock. Open up the sunroof there. It looks like, well, it looks pretty nice outside. We got partly sunny and warm through tomorrow. That's right, with a high up to about 77 degrees this afternoon. Back down to a low 55 tonight. And this is the Q Zoo.
With one convenient location.
It's alive!
We're going to be talking about Proposition 32. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know if it's a referendum or a proposition. It just says 32. And the advertisements in the paper just says vote 32, vote yes for 32. And we got some guests here to represent both sides. We'll kind of let them take over the forum, as a matter of fact. This morning, a lot of people, I guess, get tired of our comment. You got a personal interest in this, and that's exactly what we're talking about on the radio. Mm-hmm. I've got a personal interest as a citizen, but I also have a microphone button here.
There you go. We got that button. We paid for it, so it's ours.
That's right. So we'll be talking about that in a couple of seconds here. Gary Hart says he's going to hang on in the presidential battle, regardless of...
Oh, you're kidding.
No campaign committee, no money. Gary Hart concedes his Democratic presidential campaign is underfunded and has little momentum, but he predicts he can still win some delegates if voters are interested in the issues.
What's he going to do with them? Go to bed with them, I guess.
I really don't know.
What do you want delegates for?
We got the ballot of Gary Hart coming up here, which will fortify his campaign, I'm sure.
The following is a presentation of Q-Zoo Deal Films.
He's the man all of America loves to laugh at.
Let's let the people decide. I'm back in the race.
And now he's back for more big laughs in Gary Part 2.
I don't have a national headquarters or staff. I don't have any money.
Gary Part 2. The campaign comedy continues.
If you're looking to be entertained, you go see this movie.
I was laughing.
It's hysterical.
I was.
See Gary Part 2, a Matching Funds production. Rated R. Candidates under Rice not permitted.
The diaper scene was hysterical.
Jack, usually in a hurry, Harris, and I'll tell you one of the things I really like about First Florida Bank. First Florida Bank is ready when I am. Like, you can bank throughout the Bay Area on Saturday if that's more convenient. Not just with a machine, but with people. The same kind of service on Saturday you get Monday through Friday. Or how about the drive-through cash machines in Brandon and Carrollwood? You don't even have to get out of the car. Or the fact that First Florida has all the things you need and want from a bank, which means you do all your banking in one place at one time, and that's convenient. I reckon that's what it's all about. First Florida wants to make your banking as convenient for you as they possibly can. And, of course, there are over 75 First Florida offices within the sound of my voice, which means there's one near you, and that's convenience. By the way, I can't tell you all the details now, but First Florida Bank is going to be offering an exciting new product soon. The best banking deal in town by a long shot, but I can't tell you till April, so stay tuned. First Florida Bank. Hey, Florida's our middle name.
Q-Zoo.
Woof. Hey, it's your dog. You know, your best friend? Now, I know you don't hear from me that often, but I got something I need to tell you. Henny Pen Pet Food is changing its name to Twin Pet. Twin Pet. Say it with me. Twin Pet. Got it? Good. Now, get some. You see, Twin Pet, has been a personal favorite of dogs for years. Each can contains a 100% nutritionally complete meal. And if that isn't enough to get you to bring some home, how about this? Henny Pen, soon to be what? Twin Pet, right, is one of the Southeast's most popular brands of pet food. So next time you're getting me my next meal, which I do appreciate, thank you very much, get me some Twin Pet. That's all. No big deal. It's just a friendly little suggestion from your best friend. Oh, by the way, if all you have is a cat, then think of me as smaller, with an attitude.
Look for the coupon in your newspaper for a free can of Twin Pet dog food or cat food.
A mascara rich with conditioners is smart. A mascara that makes lashes the thickest is beautiful. Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. What big eyes you have. Great Lash Conditions. Pump it up as it thickens. Unlimited. Lash those lashes for the biggest, thickest lashes ever. Wow. Great Lash Mascara. The one in the pink and green. Smart, beautiful, Maybelline.
Hey, Happy Wilbur.
Happy Wilbur, this traffic out there at 17 minutes past 7. Nancy, what's going on?
Long line, happily honking motorists on Gun Highway coming up to Limebaugh. The intersection was closed for road work from 10 a.m. last night till 6 a.m. this morning, 10 p.m. I should say. It has been open, but you'd never know it. Traffic southbound on Gun Highway is lined up past the entrance to Plantation. I'm going to estimate that it's going to take you at least 20 to 25 minutes to make it through the light. Dale Mabry traffic is a little bit lighter, possibly as a result of this. Southbound traffic is stacked up only as far back as about Lake Carroll Wayne for a Monday morning. That's really not too bad. Had a problem at Green and Howard. That's just to the north of 275. An injury accident has pretty much cleared the intersection, but there's still a lot of emergency activity there. And if some sort of problem on the easternmost exit off of Harbor Island, there's a whole line of cars in the right-hand lane. Nobody is able to get off the island. Pat Shores, the Bill Curry courtesy van, is going to check into that for us. In the meantime, Chuck Baer has what's happening on the Bay Area bridges.
Got a problem on the eastbound Howard Franklin that had that closed, but it has been reopened. The breakdown has been moved off now. You're still going to find it a little bit slow in the eastbound lanes on Franklin, but both sides are moving well again. Candy, Courtney Campbell, and Sunshine all looking good this morning, and Arch Steele telling you about Pinellas County.
The usual lineup of traffic you might expect on Useless 19. There's a problem you might look out for today. Nursery and Highland, that intersection is going to be closed between there and Highland, between Lake and Highland from 8 a.m. today until 4 p.m. on Wednesday. So plan an alternate route. Overhead, Arch Steele for the Tire Kingdom Go Patrol.
Wheeler, Jack Harris and friends on the
Q2 in the morning, Taylor Dan, 23 minutes past 7 o'clock. Cleveland and Jack on the radio here, and it looks like a stamp is catching up to where gas used to be per gallon about 15 years ago.
Oh, boy, isn't that the truth?
25 cents for a stamp here. It's been passed as of Friday, so get ready for that one. Also, the union representing scriptwriters rejected a final contract offer by negotiators for TV and movie producers Sunday and called a strike beginning today. The strike involves all writers of motion pictures and television shows with the exception of news writers. So that means that when you're watching your soap operas today, if they stop in the middle of a line and start to make up stuff, you'll understand why. Well, your eyes are like liquid fools. Your hair, it shines in the sunlight. Your face is like toast. They'll have to think of some unique things to say.
Yeah, there's a clue right there. Hey, I want to go back to that stamp thing. That really makes me mad that they don't give you a long period of time to get ready for it, because now you got to run out and buy all those 3-cent stamps to go with your 22-cent stamps, and eventually you're going to have a bunch of 3-cent stamps you can't use. That happens every time.
At least when you put a quarter into a stamp machine now, you can buy a stamp for a quarter.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Yep. That's
or
right.
can you?
Well,
or will they put a quarter in a nickel? They'll probably do that to you, won't they?
They make some money somewhere.
Yeah. 24 past 7 o'clock, we got two very special. Actually, we have 4 special guests in the studio this morning here to talk about something that we brought up Friday, and I hadn't seen too much information about it in the newspaper. Now I see more information than I've ever seen in the Peninsula sections, the Northwest sections, and I don't know if, I guess the newspaper says, or this particular writer says it's attributed to the comments on the Friday radio program on WRBQ.
Normally a slap-happy program, but got serious for a few minutes on Friday.
Yes, we did. I want to clarify first whether this is called Proposition 32, whether it's called Referendum 32, or what it is, because it kind of snuck past me. Most of the information did. And we have John Hegney with us, who represents the pro side of 32.
The folks trying to get it passed. And, John, it is called Proposition 32. Am I right about that?
No.
I didn't think I was right about that. That's why I wanted you to clear it up for us.
Basically, it's a referendum. It's a referendum to establish a water and wastewater utilities authority. Basically, what that is a water and sewer authority in layman's terms, to oversee operation of the county water and sewer system.
So basically, all this would do, if it were to pass, would to create such an authority with 4 people to be appointed by the governor and then 1 member of the Hillsborough County Commission also to serve on it. Would it do anything beyond that?
Basically, it would take over the role currently played by the county commission in one respect, and that's to supervise long-range planning and basically the overall direction that the county utility system is taking.
And beyond that, though, it would take over for 70,000 customers in rural Hillsborough County, right outside the city.
Yes, it only involves unincorporated Hillsborough County.
And the employ of some 450 people also would be involved here.
Yes.
Some folks are listening right now in other counties. They say, well, this is going to kind of bore me because this doesn't apply to me. It may very well apply to you because the growth rate around Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, of course, Pasco County included, and counties probably in 3 or 4 counties of us in either direction, north, south, east, west.
Oh, definitely.
Can't go too far west, but are going to have very much the same problems that we have if they're mismanaged and if they grow too fast. This is why I guess we're looking at this particular proposition or referendum right now. Is it not, John?
Yes.
Let's begin by telling everybody out there what kind of major problems we have in this county with sewage to begin with. John?
Well, I think probably the one most recent occurrence that points up, I think most effectively, the overall problems being faced in Hillsborough County occurred at the brand new